Well, hello, everyone. Thanks again for joining us here today. My name is Don Clayton, and I am the Chief Talent Officer at FranServe. FranServe is the world's largest franchise consulting and expansion organization. I am so honored today to have with us my special guest, Toni Harris Taylor. She is a FranServe consultant, and she is absolutely dynamite. Toni Harris Taylor, please do us all a wonderful blessing of an introduction. Tell us a little bit about yourself, give us a little bit of your bio, and tell us why you decided to join FranServe as one of our certified franchise consultants.
I want to say, first of all, thank you, Don, for the opportunity to share with the Francer family. My name is Toni Harris Taylor. I live in Houston, Texas, and I got a lot of bubbles going on over my head. So, my personal brand is Toni Harris Taylor, the networking queen. Drastic results marketing and sales coaching, where I partner with franchisors to teach their franchisees and friend development teams how to show up, be up, follow up so they can blow up their business. What that means is I teach networking for lead generation. I'm also a franchisee with Network in Action, 5 years as a franchisee with Network in Action. I decided to become a FranServe consultant is because I'm bored. No, I'm just kidding. Not busy enough. So what's happened is, and this is a little bit of a story, but we all like a good story, right, Don?
Right.
So I've been to 10 franchise events, and I've been so grateful to meet an amazing community of people who are very accepting of me coming in. But the one thing I noticed is there's just not a lot of people of color, and while women are definitely making progress, there's still more room for growth for women. And so I'm like, somebody needs to do something about this. So I am launching a 501(c)(3) with a community of franchise people called Multicultural Franchise Connectors, which will bridge the gap between multicultural communities and franchising. Well, I intend and have already started to be speaking around, did you know about franchising to entrepreneurial communities? And I knew they would say, well, Toni, yeah, I'm convinced I need a franchise. And I'm like, I need to become a consultant. And so that's how I decided to become a consultant because I already know my goal is to help people build wealth using franchising. And I'm excited about that.
Well, we are super excited that you chose FranServe. We are honored and privileged to have you as a part of our consultant family. And we know that you're going to thrive in 25, and we know that you're going to do amazing things for years to come, not only for your personal brand, but also for your candidates and your clients. And so we're super excited about what you're going to do and your future here at FranServe. This is the Changing Lives webcast, so we all are all about changing lives, and that is what you're about as well. And so I know you travel a lot and you're all over the world, and so you're well traveled and you see a lot of things, you hear a lot of things. And one of the things that you talked about a month ago on another webcast, because you're very popular, and that is your philosophy that you just talked about. And I want you to kind of dive a little deeper into that because I absolutely love it. First, tell us a little bit about what does show up mean? I mean, that just sounds to me like it's pretty obvious. You got to show up, but I want you to take each individual part of this: show up, be up, follow up, and blow up. I want you to kind of define each element and tell us why that's important, not only for franchise consultants with FranServe, but also for our candidates when they're interviewing for franchises. So kind of explain a little bit about that mentality and that thought process of the show up, be up, follow up, and blow up.
And I will do that by explaining why I chose FranServe. How about that?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So, February last year, I showed up at IFA. I showed up at IFA because I want to network with franchise community for my coaching business. So you first rule is for everybody listening, you got to go where the people are you want to connect with. While I was there, I heard that Alicia was investing in the Ascension program, a program that IFA supported to bring more Black entrepreneurs into franchising. I was impressed. So the other piece of showing up is Alicia showed up by putting her money where her mouth is. So the other side of showing up is you may have to invest to show up. She didn't know me. Okay, stay with me because this is a good story that illustrates everything. She didn't know me. She made an impression on me. I started following her on LinkedIn. Fast forward to September. So February to September. September, I show up at another franchise event because the only way to meet the people who will hire me is to be in the room. I cannot say that enough. I'm taking a photo at the photo booth, which is like way down the hall from the primary room, and Alicia and Joan walk up. Now it's just the three of us there. And Joan said, "Oh my gosh, you are stunning." Who's she talking to? Right? That's the be up. How do you look when you show up at these events? And it's a little bit more challenging because y'all seem to fall into the polo shirt and the khakis. But what is it that you can do to make yourself stand out? And that particular day, I did have on a cute outfit. I love leopard print, so I had on a leopard print skirt with a big old leopard print flower, which is part of the be up. It really does show you different. So I thanked her for her compliment, which is another part of being up. You compliment someone that's in the room so that they will strike up a conversation with you. I mean, it's textbook how I got here without any script. So she complimented me. I'm like, "I know you," talking to Alicia. I said, "I met or I heard of you at IFA, and I appreciate what you are wanting to do for African Americans in franchising." Another compliment. I ended up hanging out with them the rest of that day. Joan pulled me to the side. She said, "We have this whole initiative around diversity. We really want," and then I am a global networker. And when you see me traveling, I'm showing up in the rooms so I went to the Philippines. I've been to the Dominican, Canada. You gotta go, right? So the be up is compliment. How do you look? Have good energy. So somebody will want to talk to you. And I hung out with them the rest of the day. They didn't have to sell me hard because I already knew the heart of the company based on Alicia. Now, I get back and they introduce me to you. And I instantly liked you, but you consistently followed up with me. I knew I wasn't going to be ready to the end of the year because I had these major trips going on, but you would drop me a nugget. You'd send me an email and say, "Look at the commissions we got." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm in." But you stayed in front of me consistently. And your follow up, your energy is what led me to say, "Yes, these are my people." So it's a textbook story. It's exactly what I teach. And y'all are all on point all the way through.
Well, I mean, everything you said, I love the fact that you not only teach the points, but you teach them in like a parable. You teach them in like a story. And I can see why you are so successful in life and business, because of the way that you teach, and your philosophies, and the way that you relate to people. You're very relatable. I always talk to folks. I say, listen, we recruit personality. We'll train the skill sets. We recruit personality, because you have to be likable, trustworthy, full of integrity, positive, lots of fun, energy, engaging. And you encompass and embody all of those,
Oh,
Toni
thank
Harris Taylor. And then the last one is blow up. And I everything that you said is absolutely spot on. You got to show up, but you can't just show up and have everything out of place and be hungover from the night before. You have to be prepared. That's why we always talk about at our annual conventions. We always like to say, listen, everybody, we're going to start really early the next morning, so don't stay out too late. You have to be there. Do not just show up hungover. You got to be up, and you got to be prepared, and you have to be ready, and you have to be on point. And then on top of that, you've got to do the proper follow-ups. Absolutely, you got to do the proper follow-ups, but you have to do the follow-ups with care and
right.
compassion. Because I heard someone say once before that if you do follow-ups in a way where the other person on the other side of the table can smell the commission on your breath, that's the
Right.
wrong way to follow up. You must follow up with compassion
That's
and
right.
a caring attitude. I
That's
love
right.
it. And if you do those things, Toni Harris Taylor says you should blow up. And that is exactly what you, Toni Harris Taylor, are about to do in the Friends Serve community. And we love so much that you are a part of our family now. So, Toni Harris Taylor, any final words from you, madam?
Yeah. The other part of my mantra and my branding is being drastic. In order to have any level of success, you have to get drastic, not just drastic, but drastic out of your comfort zone. When I showed up at IFA, I didn't know all this was going to happen. When I showed up in Philly, I didn't know all this was going to happen. You have to show up with a drastic posture. And when you do, things just open up. And I'm going to say another very drastic thing because, I respect everybody's beliefs, but I'm a praying woman. And every time I go to an event, I ask Jehovah to show me who I'm supposed to connect with. And it happens every time. And so I'm
I love it.
grateful that I'm
I love it.
drastic. Show up, be up, follow up, and your business and life will blow up. Thank you, Don.
Oh, wow. 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 Listen. If the audience, if anyone's listening to this right now and you would love to learn and meet Toni Harris Taylor, or if you have any questions about becoming a franchise consultant with FranServe, or if you're a brand out there and you want to have representation by FranServe, whatever it is that you want to know, feel free to email Don Clayton at connect@franserve.com. Connect@franserve.com, and whatever it is that you would like. If you want to talk to Toni, I'll put you in touch with Toni, or you can contact her directly. She's on LinkedIn. And so, everyone, thank you for joining me again. I'm Don Clayton, Chief Talent Officer at FranServe. This has been the Changing Lives webcast. And until next time, enjoy your day. And don't forget to show up, be up, follow up, and you should blow up. Take care.